To introduce our speaker for today's industry event. We're very fortunate to have Surya Patra, CEO of Softest Consulting Ltd, with us on the call. So today, Surya will be sharing his career journey, including what led him to forming Softest Consulting, the challenges he faced along the way, and some valuable insights to the current job market. And he'll also provide us with some practical tips and tricks on how to start on during your job search during this call. And Surya will also be joined by his colleagues Harita and Kanaga. And as always, we have a quick Q&A at the end. So with that, Surya, I'll hand it over to you, and thank you again for joining us for today's call.
Thank you, Miracle. So first of all, thank you so much for inviting me for this session. Miracle, I had first interaction with you about 5 years back.
Yeah.
When you were with Enterprise Ireland, and that was a very brief, short interaction, and then we had no connection for until last month, and suddenly I got a message from you. I'm happy that you remembered me and thought about me for this session. So I'll talk about my journey, my experience, and I'll try to do my best, and I hope it will benefit some of the audience or most of you. And thank you so much again for the introduction. I am Surya Patra, founder and owner of Softest Consulting Services Ltd. I live here in Dublin. It has been nearly 25 years for me to live in England, Northern Ireland, as well as Ireland. So it has been a bit of journey getting from India to here, and to spend a good few years with 9 to 5 jobs and sometimes extra hours. And then, I thought that, okay, now I am going to have my own company so that I don't have to work at all. I'll just be, in full control of my time and manage people, manage the things, and it'll be all easy. But you know what? I ended up working for 16 hours a day instead of 9 to 5. So that was it. And last couple of years, it has been a lot of work, and we have done a lot of things. I'll go through those details. Now in this session, I'm joined by my team, Harita and Kanaga. They have been very supportive to my work for last good few months. And so to briefly touch upon about my company. So my company is entirely focused into recruitment and employment in Ireland, in the UK, and in some parts of Europe as well. So we have got 2 different types of verticals. One is recruiting technology professionals for our clients. We have got a good few clients. Some of them are very big names, like all of you can recognize those companies like Allied Irish Bank, Bank of Ireland, MasterCard, Ernst & Young, Inland Revenue, DAFM, quite a few government departments, and few insurance companies like Allianz Insurance, Sun Life Insurance. That is to name a few, the big names. Over the last, I started actually my company in 2011, and in last about 14 years, I have got good few clients to work with, and it has been a very exciting journey. Apart from those big names, I have got few small companies also to work with from Northern Ireland, from Ireland as well. Also, some few companies from USA as well, United States of America. So it has been quite a bit of journey in that respect. And when I started my company, I never thought that I will be coming to this stage and I'll be able to deal with such big companies, and my people will be able to work there, So it has all like happened. Some of the things are planned, some of the things are unplanned, On the way, I have ventured into things, got a lot of opportunities to work with, or some of the things that quietly knocked at my door, turned them into big opportunities. And on the way also, like any other entrepreneur, I have been through some failures as well, and failures are pillars of success. So we always learn from the failures. So that is briefly to talk about my entrepreneurial journey. And on the way, I have also received a couple of awards and a lot of certifications and accreditations, felicitations, and uh, a lot of recognitions as well. Um, a lot of good partnerships established with quite a few names. So that was about my briefly about my company and my operations. And feel free to ask questions anytime, any of you. You can stop me and ask questions. I'm okay with that. Okay. So, but before the last about 14 years, what happened? I come from India, as you probably all of you have made it out. So um I was born to a middle class family in a village, and I had my childhood in a very mediocre background. So you know, like those days in India, in a village, the perspectives were limited, aspirations were limited, but things have somehow, somewhere, sometime worked for me to move from place to place and go from place to place. One thing that distinguished me as a child was I was a very good scholar in the school. I always used to come first in the class, and that probably overshadowed rest of the things. And I had my clear path from that, the benefit or advantage I enjoyed. Of course, that came through my hard work. So after my school, I went to one of the best uh, colleges in Orissa. Orissa is a state, eastern state in India. That is where I come from. And then after the college, I went into one of the best engineering colleges in India. That's a National Institute of Technology, Rourkela. And then my professional career started in Mumbai. If you know Mumbai, it's like long travels, long commute, long journeys, a lot of time wasted on the traffic and all that. So, in fact, if you know a course called CFA, Chartered Financial Analyst, after my engineering, I did Chartered Financial Analyst, which is a very difficult course actually. I mean, it is even more difficult to complete than Chartered Accountancy. um, I was successfully able to complete that course within the given time of 4 years. And you know what? I studied entirely or mostly during my train commute during those days. So, that was the time I was getting to study and stay focused. And, of course, it was having a lot of distractions, but I was able to get time and focus and study, and that is when I was able to complete the CFA course. So my even though then later on I did MBA from when I was in Belfast in Northern Ireland. So um, uh, in terms of my career journey, again I have been through a lot of twists and turns throughout. Um, so my career journey now spans for about 35 years, with last 14 years in my own company and last 7 or 8 years fully dedicated to my company. Um, um, but before that, in the corporate life, in about 25 plus years, I have actually moved 25 different companies in India, in England, and in Ireland together. I have traversed through 25 different companies, and maximum I have stayed in a company for 5 years, and minimum for 3 months. So I never used to settle in uh, any company for long. That is because whenever I felt that my day is not exciting anymore, means I am getting comfortable with my role, I used to move on. I used to always feel that, okay, whatever I have to learn here, I have learned. I have nothing new to do. So I used to move on to a different company, different job, different profile altogether. So, one thing I would say here is that I was very comfortable being uncomfortable. Even now, same thing, like probably Harita and Kanaga would agree because I, talk a lot of different things and ideas and, change and all those kind of things happen, but that's all uh, for the progression. And then, I have seen that also. I progressed. I have been through those things. And when I compare myself to my peers or to people in my same age group, I feel that I'm a lot better off. And that's because I have taken risks. I have I have never settled with a few things. I've always wanted more. I have always looked for more, looked for better opportunities, tried to do things differently. So one thing, like uh, we all want things to be better for us. Okay, we always, all of us, want things to be better for us. But to get better things or to get different things, we have to do things differently. If we do the same thing, we cannot expect better things to come our way or different things to come our way. To get different things, we have to do things differently. That is what we have to try and do all the time. And that is what been my ethos all the time. Like I have always tried to change things, do things differently. And if I complete a project or complete something, I always looked for something different, something new. So that is how I have been, and I hope I am not boring you with all these talks.
No,
Um,
you're all good. Thank you, Surya.
so that is how it has been for me, and I have liked to be uncomfortable, and even in my, I'll tell you another thing. I am a mechanical engineer basically, and you know what? I did pure mechanical engineering type of work only for a year, the very first year of my career. Then I went to engineering consulting. After that, I moved to management consulting. Then I did CFA, Chartered Financial Analyst, and moved into financial aspects, techno-economic feasibility studies, financial analysis, financial consulting, project consulting. Then, I moved to information technology, hardcore coding, writing codes, scripts, and all those kind of things. Then I moved into automation. I did a lot of test automation with different languages, Perl, Python, Java, and all that kind of thing. I learned all those tools, Selenium, and quite a few different things. I did that, and then I moved into uh, management. Now my own company with all the responsibilities, all the work, different perspectives, different things to do. In fact, to tell you, as a entrepreneur, it is like every day is a challenge. Every day, a lot of new things come. My a lot of different, like I had never expected. I never expected that, okay, this is going to come my way, either opportunities or, something to learn, something different. It's always every day filled with that kind of thing. So it has been a very exciting journey. And I'm happy that with a lot of twists and turns and all that I have learned, um, most of it I'm able to utilize with the experience, with the expertise, and with the perspectives. And so far it's all like for me uh, exciting journey. And at these days in the job, I have to deal with people, talk to people all the time because we are in recruitment business. We have different clients, they give different requirements, different roles, different platforms. And because of my learning with different areas in the fintech, in the engineering, in the finance, and even in the complicated areas of finance like options, futures, derivatives, they are very complicated concepts. So I used to love them. I used to like them. And I used to always be very good in mathematics and science, physics. They were my pet subjects. So, all those things, small things, they contributed to me and shaped my career and shaped me what I am today. And most of the things, I would say, it is not just luck. It is the hard work. And same thing goes for everyone. Like we say, somebody is lucky, but there is nothing called being lucky. Luck is hard work. When your hard work meets your opportunity, that's luck, right? So first ingredient is hard work. Then only you can get the opportunities, right? So that always, if you have an eye for opportunities and work towards that, do the hard work, do your preparation, then you will be lucky.